Hey there, young scientists. I'm Professor Potts. Have you ever wondered, why does rain fall from the sky? Why are plants green? What keeps us stuck to the ground instead of floating into space? Bet you have. What if I told you these questions are all part of the same amazing story? Just give me a few minutes of your time, and I'll show you how gravity, light, water, and plants are all connected. By the end, you'll see the world in a new way, just like Isaac Newton did when he asked, "Why did that apple fall?" Let's start with gravity, the force that keeps everything in place. Without it, rain wouldn't fall. Rivers wouldn't flow. Trees wouldn't grow. But what is gravity? Well, to answer that question, imagine you're in England way back in the 1600s, sitting under an apple tree like Isaac Newton. Suddenly, bonk, an apple falls on your head. That got Newton thinking. Why do things always fall down instead of up? Newton discovered that gravity is a force that pulls everything toward the center of the earth. He even wrote a formula for it. Okay, I see your eyes glazing over. Let me make this simple. F equals the strength of gravity. G equals a special number that never changes, the gravitational constant. M and M squared equals the masses of two objects, like Earth and a raindrop. R squared equals the distance between them. What does this mean? It tells us big things pull harder, Earth's gravity is stronger than the moon's. Close things pull stronger, that's why the moon orbits Earth instead of floating away to the sun. And most importantly, gravity is why rain falls instead of drifting into space. Now that we understand gravity, let's talk about rain. Rain is part of the water cycle, a never-ending process that keeps Earth's water moving. Here's how it works. Evaporation, the sun's heat turns water from oceans, lakes, and rivers into water vapor, an invisible gas. Condensation, the vapor rises, cools, and turns into tiny water droplets, forming clouds. Precipitation, when the clouds get too heavy, gravity pulls the water back down as rain. But here's something cool, plants help make rain too. Through transpiration, plants release water from their leaves into the air. This adds even more water vapor to the atmosphere, helping clouds form. So, the next time it rains, thank the plants for doing their part. Let's talk about light. Have you ever seen a rainbow? Bet you have? That's because white light is a mix of many colors. Isaac Newton discovered this using a prism, a special glass triangle, to split sunlight into red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Cool rainbow fact. No two people ever see the same rainbow. That's because the light bends differently depending on your angle. So, why do plants look green? When sunlight hits a leaf, red and blue light gets absorbed, plants use them to make food. Yummy! Green light gets reflected back to your eyes. That's why plants look green. The magic behind this is a special molecule called chlorophyll. It's like a tiny solar panel that helps plants turn sunlight into energy. Did you know heat is a kind of light? We can't see it with our eyes, but it's there. So who discovered this? And it wasn't Isaac Newton. Back in 1800, a scientist named Sir William Herschel was experimenting with a prism, just like Newton did with visible light. He placed a thermometer beyond the red part of a rainbow and noticed something amazing. Even though there was no visible light, the thermometer got hotter. Herschel realized that heat comes from invisible infrared light. That's why the sun feels warm on your skin. So, heat and light are actually part of the same thing we call energy. Now that we know about light and color, let's see what plants do with it. Hold on to your hats, this is where things will get amazing. Plants use a process called photosynthesis to make their own food. Here's the formula. Whoa! That looks like something from a mad scientist's lab. But don't worry. I'll break it down into something we can all understand. CO2, that's carbon dioxide from the air. H2O, that's water from the soil. Light, that's energy from the sun. C6H12O6, that's glucose, a fancy word for plant food. O2, that's oxygen, which plants release for us to breathe. Let's check the math. We started with 6 carbon dioxide, 6 carbon, 12 oxygen, and 6 H2O, 12 hydrogen, 6 oxygen. That gives us 6 carbon, C, 12 hydrogen H, and 18 oxygen O. Atoms in total. Now, look at what happens. The plant keeps the glucose, which has 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen. And releases 6 O2, oxygen for us to breathe, which has 12 oxygen atoms. See how it all adds up? That's why math is important in science. But wait, what are these mysterious letters? C, H, and O. These aren't just random letters. They're elements. The tiny building blocks of everything around us. What's an element? It's a super tiny ingredient that makes up everything. You, me, plants, planets, even the air, we're all made of elements. So, here's a question for you. Where do these elements come from? The answer will blow your mind, and that's a story for another video. So stay tuned. It's fun experiment time. Let us make rain in a jar. And this is what you'll need. A glass jar. Hot water. A small plate. Ice cubes. Instructions. 1. Pour hot water into the jar, about 1/3 full. 2. Place the plate on top of the jar. 3. Put ice cubes on the plate and wait. What's happening? The warm water evaporates into steam, which cools down on the plate. Water droplets form, just like how clouds make rain. Some amazing science facts. Newton discovered that light is made of colors. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. Gravity is why rain falls, instead of floating away. Plants give us oxygen, and we give them carbon dioxide. So let's recap. Today, we learned rain happens because of gravity and the water cycle. Plants use rain and sunlight to make food through photosynthesis. Newton's discovery of light explains why plants look green. Plants and animals are connected through oxygen and carbon dioxide. All pretty cool, right? Like I said at the beginning, just give me a few minutes of your time and I'll show you how gravity, light, water, and plants are all connected. Everything in science is connected. Stay curious. Subscribe and give us a like. Until next time. Bye-bye.